Welcome back to Talk Better English with Us. I'm Sarah, and today we are tackling the hidden rules of communication. Mark, let me ask you something. Have you ever been in London or New York, said something you thought was perfectly polite, but the other person looked at you like you just, insulted their entire family?
Sarah, you are describing my entire last trip to London. It was a disaster. I walked into this beautiful bakery. I had my best English teacher smile on, and I said, "I want that croissant, please." The lady behind the counter froze. She gave me this cold, icy look. I even said, "Please." I thought I was being a gentleman.
Oh, Mark, you fell for the directness trap. You see, in many languages, being direct is a sign of honesty. But in the English-speaking world, directness is often perceived as aggression. You weren't being a gentleman, Mark. To her ears, you sounded like a medieval king demanding a tax payment.
A king? For a croissant? That's insane. I used the word want. It's a basic verb. What is the secret code then? Do I have to sing a song just to get breakfast?
Not a song, but you do need to understand the architecture of distance. In English, politeness is built on how much space you put between yourself and the request. Using I want is zero distance. It's a command. Today, we are going to teach everyone how to use modal verbs as a social shield, the art of the soft no, and the secret language of low-context feedback. Let's look at the ladder of politeness. Mark, if you are at a dinner party and you need the salt, what do you say?
Well, before today, I would have said, "Give me the salt, please." But now I'm guessing that's a death sentence?
Pretty much. You'd be the rude guy for the rest of the night. Let's climb the ladder. Level 1 is give me. Level 2 is I want. Level 3. That's where you start being human. Can I have the salt?
Okay, can I? That feels safe. Is there a level 4?
Oh, there's a level 10. A native speaker wouldn't even ask for the salt directly. They would say, "I don't suppose you could possibly pass the salt, could you?" Do you hear that? 2 coulds, 1 possibly, and a negative, "I don't suppose."
Sarah, that's not a question. That's a haiku. Why so many layers? It's just salt.
Because every extra word is a layer of respect. It shows you don't want to interrupt their meal. You are being apologetic for even having a need. It's the ultimate English social hack. If you are too fast, you are rude. If you are slow and indirect, you are a friend.
So, efficiency is the enemy of politeness. My brain is hurting already. But Sarah, if I have to be so careful with my words, what about when they talk to me? Sometimes I feel like they are saying one thing, but mean something else.
Welcome to the British understatement, Mark. This is where most students get completely lost. It's called a low-context trap. In English, especially in the UK, we use polite decoders to avoid conflict.
Decoders? Like I'm in a spy movie? Just give me an example, Sarah. My boss told me my latest report was a bit disappointing. I thought, okay, only a bit. I can fix it easily.
Oh, Mark. A bit disappointing actually means this is a total disaster. When a native speaker uses a minimizer like a bit or quite, they are actually doing the opposite. They are amplifying the negative, but wrapping it in cotton candy so it doesn't hurt your feelings.
Wait, what? So if they say, "It's not bad," they don't mean it's mediocre?
Actually, not bad usually means it's quite good. But if they say, "With the greatest respect," stop right there. They aren't about to respect you, Mark. They are about to tell you that you are completely wrong and they probably think you're an idiot.
This is a nightmare. It's like the language is upside down. Why don't they just say, "I disagree"?
Because of face saving. We don't want to make you feel bad in front of others. If you suggest a restaurant and your English friend says, "That's an interesting choice," they are actually telling you they hate that place and would rather eat cardboard.
Okay, so I need to listen for the modifier. If the word is interesting, brave, or different, it's probably a no. But Sarah, how do I know for sure? What's the trick?
The trick is the standard of praise. In English, if someone really likes something, they use very strong words. Brilliant, amazing, outstanding. If the praise is flat, like good, fine, or nice, it usually means they are just being polite. If an Englishman says your cooking is quite nice, order a pizza, Mark. Fast.
I'm going to have to reevaluate every conversation I've had in the last year. I thought I was doing so well. But Sarah, if they are so indirect with their opinions, how do they handle disagreements or saying no without being, well, brave?
That brings us to the core of English social survival, the art of softening. In many languages, if you disagree, you just say, I don't think so. But in English, we use something called hedging. We never want to sound 100% certain, even when we are.
Wait, so you're telling me that being unsure is actually a sign of being better at English?
In a social sense, yes. Instead of no or that's wrong, we use softeners. Phrases like, I'm not entirely sure about that, or I could be wrong, but. We even use words like possibly, probably, and maybe when we are actually completely certain.
That sounds so weak. If I'm a manager and I say, maybe we should change the deadline, doesn't that make me look like I don't know what I'm doing?
Actually, it's the opposite. In an English-speaking office, if you say, change the deadline now, you look like a tyrant. But if you say, it might be worth considering a slight adjustment to the deadline, you look like a leader who respects his team's input. You are hedging the command to make it a suggestion.
A slight adjustment. I see. You're wrapping the no or the order in layers of bubble wrap so nobody gets hurt.
Exactly. And here is the master level of softening, the apologetic question. Instead of saying, your plan has a flaw, you say, I was just wondering, and correct me if I'm wrong, but would there be a potential issue with the budget?
Sarah, stop. By the time I finish that sentence, the meeting will be over. It's so much work just to be polite.
It is, but listen to the result. By asking it as a question and using, I was wondering, you aren't attacking the other person's work. You are wondering out loud. It invites them to fix the mistake themselves. It's the ultimate secret to being likable while being the boss.
Wow. So I'm not sure. I was wondering. It might be. I'm basically turning every statement into a tiny, polite puzzle.
Precisely. If you want to be right, be direct. If you want to be successful, be soft. It's a hard lesson for Mark, but it's the most valuable one you'll ever learn.
Wow. I'm realizing that my English was fine, but my vibe was all wrong. Guys, if you are enjoying these cultural hacks, do us a huge favor.
Yes, we are on a mission to reach our 4,000 watch hours and build the best English community on YouTube. Subscribe to TalkBetter right now and hit that bell.
Seriously, it helps us keep these episodes free. And it saves me from more bakery-related trauma.
One last thing, Mark. The sorry paradox. In English-speaking cultures, we apologize for things that aren't even our fault.
I know. A guy stepped on my foot and he said sorry. I just stood there like a statue.
You should have said sorry back. In that moment, sorry means, I'm sorry this awkward moment happened to both of us. It's like a reset button for social tension. Use it when you want to ask a question, when you didn't hear someone, or even when you want to get past someone in the supermarket. It's the magic word that opens every door. We covered a lot today: the ladder, the understatement, the sandwich, and the sorry. It's a lot to digest, but remember, don't try to be a diplomat overnight.
Pick one, right? I'll start with the salt tonight.
Exactly. Watch how people's faces change. They will stop seeing you as a foreigner and start seeing you as a guest. That is the true power of Talk Better.
Thank you, Sarah. Guys, the checklist for today's rules is in the description. Go grab it. And don't forget to subscribe.
Talk better, live better. We believe in you. See you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye. I'm going to go find someone to say sorry to.